We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton, one of the league's top power hitters, looks to gain ground in the home run race. Next. Masahiro Tanaka, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
You know, Matt, he's looking to bounce back for a little bit better of a performance than his last one. Pitched less than 5 innings in his last one, was able to come away with a no decision. I think he and his team are expecting a lot more in this one.
Now in the box, Kevin Pillar. And we are set for baseball. Here this evening.
Kevin Pillar.
First pitch of the at-bat. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they'd been on a nice little roll here.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
Reined in, and that's out number 1. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to get a chance to watch Xander Bogaerts do his thing. He had over 20 runs batted in last month. Very consistent. A solid month, and I love watching him swing the bat. It looks like the focus and concentration is even better when he has runners in scoring position.
Andrew Benintendi comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Benintendi has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he has definitely put that debate to rest. He has absolute ice water in his veins.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
And this is drifting foul back into the stands. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
J.D. Martinez is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Down in order go the Red Sox. Sox 0, Yanks coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball, the show. Chris Sale, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing. only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
So striding forward now, DJ LeMahieu. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead. You start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, Matt, we all know it. The man to watch, Giancarlo Stanton. He hit over 400 last month. Watching him, it seemed like everything clicked. I want to see if he can carry through this month as well.
And that'll bring up Tyler Wade as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Popped up. Bogaerts waits on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting first, the designated hitter, Gleyber Torres.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. And he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. First delivery to him on the way. And that misses inside. 1-0. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today in Ed Drummond. Well liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to talk to someone. And that's what Ed does. He gives you that chance.
Hero, you hit a nail right on the head. He has a real long fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher, I'm not saying complain about a particular pitch, but he's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and give him the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike and they call it a ball.
2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Fouled off. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Waiting on it is Benintendi. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. He enters play in the hunt for the league's home run crown, but he'll have some work to do down the stretch. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
A ball and a strike now. Here it comes on 1-1. Down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-2. Bobby Dahlbeck is on deck. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Coming to the plate now, Bobby Dahlbeck, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. As a look, now the pitch.
0-1.
Well, there are the judges' chambers, and what a cool thing it's become here in the Bronx, and well-deserved for Aaron Judge, of course, with the way he exploded onto the scene as a rookie in 2017.
What a magical year 2017 was for Aaron Judge. The slogan, "All Rise," fit him perfectly. What's really cool about it was the Yankees weren't even sure he was going to make the team coming out of spring training. He emerged into the scene, was the talk of baseball going into the All-Star break, finished that off with a powerhouse into the season. One of the best young players the game in baseball has seen in a long time. All rise, Aaron Judge.
Rafael Devers the next to bat as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Enters play here at 279. 33 home runs and 108 driven in. Now the 0-1. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
In a big spot like this, you have to be looking for something you can handle. That pitch bunched him up completely, so I think he's trying to do a little bit too much right now.
Good waste pitch, 1-2.
1 ball.
Bogarts on second. Dahlbeck on at first with nobody out. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. And the runner is in from second. And a relay home. And he's safe.
Usually a hitter will shorten his swing with 2 outs, but not this guy. He puts a big charge into this one and drives in a couple of runs along the way. That can be frustrating as a pitcher when you had a guy on the ropes and you couldn't finish him off, especially when he drives in runs.
Striding into the box, Dustin Pedroia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the belt, kicks and deals. Pitch in the dirt, and that scoots right on by. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. A runner at second, nobody out. Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike. Now that's popped up. Andujar is over, and he puts it away for the first down.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And let's focus on Giancarlo Stanton right now. Looks like he's chiseled out of stone out there. The outfielder, I know he has light tower power, but he's also helpful on the defensive side and possesses a strong arm in the outfield.
Into the box now, Christian Vasquez. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. In past meetings with Tanaka, he's totaled 4 hits in 20 at-bats. Runner at second here with 1 man out. A 1-1 count now to Vasquez. Vasquez, a native of Puerto Rico. He was a 9th-round pick during the 2008 draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Yankee Bradley Jr.
So here now is Jackie Bradley. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
The 0-1 on its way. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
34 pitches for him through an inning in 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
Two outs here with a runner at third. And it's fouled away.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Red Sox are out in front, 2-0. Here's big Aaron Judge.
Leading off.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now the 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out.
Batting fifth.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. The guy I want to focus on is outfielder Andrew Benintendi. Also a hybrid type outfielder, forced to move to a corner in Boston with the likes of Jackie Bradley Jr. and Mookie Betts out there, but a guy who can play center with a strong, accurate arm, and we know he can roll the pole.
Fouled away, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2. Sale. It's a guy who throws a lot of strikes, rarely walks people, but what does bite him occasionally is the home run ball.
Matt, this is a guy that's not a power type of pitcher, so he needs to rely on being down in the strike zone. One of the keys, he tends to lose being aggressive when he falls behind, and he kind of nibbles around the strike zone. And what happens with that, Matty V, he becomes very predictable, and when you don't have overpowering stuff, you tend to be able to get hit hard.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
1 out, nobody on. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. And given his team's current standing, we're probably not going to be watching any champagne showers at the end of the year. But if he keeps up the home run pace, some individual hardware may be in order for him.
He's doing his best to make sure the fans keep tuning in. He's fighting for a home run title, and he's not giving any at-bats away. This is great observation, not only for the veterans in the clubhouse, but the young rookies on this roster to not give anything away at this level.
High in the air out to center field. Bradley will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're down 2-0. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder Kevin Pillar.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Now a fastball to start the 3rd. That misses. It's ball 1. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Hey, that's not an easy pitch to hold your swing up. I know it looked like it was way off the plate. Good job not swinging at it.
Lays off the breaking pitch, and it's 3 balls and a strike.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Stepping in, Andrew Benintendi. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
A runner at first with no outs here. Right side hit hard. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in two places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and the guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
J.D. Martinez will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Popped him up. Andujar is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
One gone here in the Boston third. And that'll bring up the shortstop and one of the better two-strike hitters in baseball, Xander Bogaerts. From the stretch, here's the pitch. In there, strike one.
0-1's the count.
Fielded cleanly. First and second now, one man out. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
Just flat out froze him there. Nothing too deceptive about that four-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
At the plate now, Bobby Dahlbeck hit weakly back to the mound. And the throw to first will be in time, so the Red Sox come up empty, and the inning is over. Boston strands a couple, but they're on top 2-0. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch on its way. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw by Pedroia will be in time, and there's your first out. And with 1 away for him here in the inning, let's take a quick look at the standings, and you can see that these guys pretty much have the division in hand to this point in the season. At the plate, Gary Sanchez. He's seen that average climb during his 7-game hitting streak. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Ball.
The 1-0. Left side of the infield into the shift. Bogaerts has it on to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he's part of a flat-footed tie for the AL lead. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the switch hitter Aaron Hicks. First pitch coming. Here it is.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
Left side. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Yankees.
Boy, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch to your own, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive. 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side, not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down 0-2, but he bowled his neck and he stayed in there.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. The Yanks leave 1. They trail it here 2-0. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already. And he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, thanks, Heidi. All set for the start of the 4th, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers.
First offering on its way. No balls and a strike to count. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
The 2-1. He pulls this one into right, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Second baseman.
In now, Dustin Pedroia. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, we used to have a saying right here. You would stride to the plate for this AB trying to chop wood. Not in today's game. You just want to get your bat plane on the same path of the ball. Can't continue to swing under those elevated heaters.
Here comes the first pitch. And that's taken for strike 1.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
And here's one that misses to Pedroia, and the count evens at 1-1. From the belt, the pitch takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, you know what? You could slowly start to see that batter leak out over the plate. That was 3 straight pitches on the outer half, and he was able to dive out there and get an opposite field single. Nice job.
So now to the plate, Christian Vasquez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Comes set with the 0-1. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. The 1-1 home.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Trying to shave that outside corner with the fastball, and he missed it. It's 3-1 now.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
And I don't think that's what he wanted to do, as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jackie Bradley Jr. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Two runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Now it's 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
And that's over. 2-1.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
Three balls and a strike now to Bradley.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
And this is a great example of what happens when you can't find the strike zone. The first walk of the inning looked harmless enough, but this one brings a runner home. Self-inflicted wounds are always the hardest to swallow.
Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he will curiously make his way to the dugout after what has to be considered a very brief appearance. Davy Garcia answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Garcia.
Kevin Pillar will stand in against the new pitcher, and he couldn't ask for a better scenario as he stands in with the bases loaded and nobody out. First pitch of the at-bat. Ball one.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
I can tell you from experience, bases loaded, nobody out, and you get an infield pop-up, that feels just as good as a strikeout. And now he's just a double play ball away from getting out of this mess.
Ready once again, Andrew Benintendi, who was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. Has a look, now the pitch. Line drive to left, and that will fall in front of Stanton. It's a base hit, and they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Up next for the Red Sox, the designated hitter, Yankee.
And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Heading after it is Judge, and this will easily find the wall in front of the stands by the 314 sign, and he'll get in there safely.
Yeah, with the bases loaded, he didn't walk a run in, so instead he makes the cardinal mistake of putting it right in the heart of the plate. And when you do that, you're going to pay the price, and that's exactly what happens with a 2 RBI double.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. Hicks is after it. He gets there, and that's the second out. And boy, I thought they might have had a shot at scoring him there, but they put up the stop sign with 2 away now.
Up next for the Red Sox, the first baseman, Bobby Dalbec.
Striding in, Bobby Dalbec, 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. LeMahieu's got it. Throw in time for the third out, but it certainly took a while as the inning is finally over. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Yankees nothing. Standing in, Tyler Wade. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
The pitch.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
The 1-0 home. This is line to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
Standing in now, Torres, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. That's a strike to throw down. Perfect throw, and they got him at second.
Check out the lead here. That's about as standard as it gets, and it didn't do him a lot of help on that steal attempt either. Could have been a different story if he took another couple feet off the bag.
Sale into the windup. 0-1 on its way.
No, that's low.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
Hard hit ball to second. There to get it is Pedroia. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Yanks held in check. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. All ready to go in the top of the fifth, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. The 1-0 is a fastball in off the plate for a ball.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. Into the second deck and gone. It's a solo home run for Rafael Devers. 34 home runs now on the year as this lead swells to 7-0.
You want to certainly drive home runs out of the ballpark, then you better get on the gas. And that's what he did right there. That fastball was not sneaking by him.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He'll roll over it and send it to shortstop. Scooped up. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Final line there for the Yankees starting pitcher. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
First pitch on its way. Christian Vasquez is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. Here's the 0-1. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Around first, he's digging for second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
Here's Jackie Bradley now as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. 0-1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
In now, Kevin Pillar, sent out to straightaway center field. After it is Hicks. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. The Red Sox tack on one more thanks to the solo home run. Bottom of the fifth coming up. It's the Red Sox 7 and the Yankees nothing. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Now the pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Don't go too far. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton gets his shot next. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The next 3-2. Hit hard on the ground to first. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning.
I'm sure the boys on the bench appreciate that, AB, right there. Grinding out an 8-pitch at bat and was able to be successful and deliver a hit for the team.
Giancarlo Stanton now, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. A ball and a strike. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Here comes the 1-2 from Sale. Hit on the ground to third. Devers gloves it. Pedroia back to first, and they'll take care of Stanton as well. It's a double play.
The batter.
It's hard to do
Number
anything with
29.
a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result, a double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
Now batting, Gio Urshela comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming, here it is. And a ball, 1-0.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Waiting on it is Benintendi, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Yankees. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Top half of the sixth about to get started, and with it brings the left-handed swinging Andrew Benintendi. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Wade ranging into the outfield. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
The batter, the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Here's J.D. Martinez, who drove in 2 runs on a double in his last at-bat.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Fastball just inside.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
3-0 now. Seven runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. 3-1 to Martinez. Three balls and 2 strikes to the DH for the Red Sox.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup, or do you stay with the heater?
Judge is on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Xander Bogaerts. First offering on its way.
Oh, that's out.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
Now a ball hit foul down the line in right and in amongst the fans. The 2-1. Hit back up the middle. LeMahieu's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. Boston's out in front, 7-0. Digging in, Gary Sanchez. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game that this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
First delivery to him on the way.
Ball. Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 home. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Waiting on it is Benintendi, and that's the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Striding in once again, Aaron Hicks. A base hit in his first trip. And now a pitch on the way. The pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Swing, and he pops him up. Pilar moving in, and it drops down in front of him, a base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
Up next for the Yankees.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 delivery. Count even now at 1-1.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's strike 2 on a fastball right down the middle.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
To the plate now, Tyler Wade, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. A runner on first with 2 away. Grounded up the first baseline, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. One left for the Yankees. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Seventh inning ready to roll, and set to go is the rookie first baseman, Bobby Dahlbeck. And now pitch on the way. Line to shortstop, and there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
So striding in, Rafael Devers, trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and did miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
50, second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
So 2 are gone now for Dustin Pedroia. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Pedroia waiting the 1-0. 2-0 now. 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This one's flared off to the right side. In comes Judge. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Red Sox go down 1 and they hold a 7-0 lead. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Torres. He'll be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. On its way is pitch number 75. Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone. And there's ball 1. Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well. The 1-1 home. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. The 2-2 one more time. Hit hard on the ground to second. Slide and a stop by Pedroia. Hey now. They've got the shutout working, and there's another super play to rob them of a hit. One gone here in the Yankee 7th, and that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge.
Now here's the pitch.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1.
Ball. That's inside.
On the ground for the shortstop, Bogarts. He's got it. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now back, first baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Here it comes.
0-1's the count.
Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
Boy, he's been great in this one. He's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
And he'll try and tempt him with 1 in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Jonathan Holder comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Jonathan Holder.
Ready for another shot now, Christian Vasquez. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
Vasquez.
Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Great job by the pitcher right there to pull the string. He knew he had an aggressive hitter at the plate, somebody who was sitting on fastball and ready to do damage, and he was able to slow him.
Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The batter, the center fielder, Yankee Bradley Jr.
Now at the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he lays off there 1-0. Holder, originally from Mississippi, he was taken in the 6th round during the 2014 draft.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now. Kevin Pillar waits on deck. And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
The right fielder, number 5, Kevin Pillar.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Kevin Pillar. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First delivery to him on the way.
0-1, no strike.
Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees. 1-1.
That's exactly the pitch you don't want to be chasing in these situations. He's going to keep that ball down below the hollow of the knee, try and get you to ground into a double play. You have to set your sights at least belt high.
The 1-1. Here's a pop-up now. Andujar has room in foul territory. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Going back is the right fielder. Gone! Andrew Benintendi, a 2-run shot. 19th home run for him on the season as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Oh, a little quick jump right there. He does it in a variety of different ways. That time, first pitch out of the gate, he was coming unglued.
Into the box, J.D. Martinez as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Hit on the ground to short. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Red Sox 9 and the Yankees nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Now the 0-1. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
High and deep to center field. Ranging back is Bradley. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, number 29.
Coming to the plate now, Gio Urshela. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. The pitch. Grounder down the line at third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. In there, strike 2.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. And another foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. And he misses there. 1-2. Next pitch here will be number 100 through 7 1/3.
Man, I'd love to see a complete game. He's certainly on his way. If he can keep the number down, the pitch count down, he's got a shot at this.
Yeah, D-Row, this is every manager's dream spot right now. You're 1 out into the 8th inning. Your starter's giving you some good baseball, and you could go to your better relievers now towards the end of the ball.
He's around first, heading for 2. Throw won't get him.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Digging in, Gary Sanchez. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
First offering on its way. Hit hard on the ground is short. Bogarts has it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Aaron.
Now to the plate, Aaron Hicks. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Sales sets. Here's the 1-0.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Swung on. Missed. 2-1. And now he'll step off and raise his hand towards second, but he'll just hold on to it. Now the 2-1 pitch. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. Urshela rounds third and is digging for the plate. The tag, and he's in there as they inch back here, but there's still a ways to go.
Dan, this offense has been struggling to push a run across all game. Here they get a nice 2-out RBI in the 8th inning to drive in the first run.
You know, listen, it's taken them a while to get on the board, and, you know, they're still behind in this one, but it's better than getting shut out.
Settling in now, DJ LeMahieu, 4th trip. He's set and the pitch. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, you're seeing a lot of late swings on the fastball tonight because this guy has had everything working. He has them in the proverbial rocking chair.
2 out with the man at first. Takes this the other way to right. Pilar is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. We've played 8 full. The Red Sox on top, 9-1. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll bring up the power-hitting shortstop Xander Bogaerts. First pitch of the at-bat. Now the 0-1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Hicks is under it. 1 down.
Up next for the Red Sox, the first baseman, Bobby Dalbec.
Stepping into the box, Bobby Dalbec hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The next 0-2. Misses. That's ball 1.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
And this will find the wall deep in the corner. The tag, and he is out at second.
Now batting, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Here now is Rafael Devers. Check swing grounder to the right side. Andujar fields it cleanly, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Red Sox, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead. Heath Hembree, the 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 37, Heath Hembree.
At the plate, Tyler Wade starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Swing and a liner, but foul. Hembree was known as a short relief specialist, a guy who came in, got 1 or 2 big outs, but with the new pace of play rules, they're forcing a change for this right-hander. Behind 0-2 now. And the pitch. Liner towards second. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Gleyber Torres.
Stepping in now, Torres, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher. Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. Fouled off. One out and a runner on second base. Bounce to first. Scooped up. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
The Yankees down to their final out, and striding into the plate, it'll be Miguel Andujar. First delivery to him on the way. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Oh, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the
swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
9-1 is the way this one ends. The Red Sox with a division best 102nd team win. Chris Sale earns a league best 20th win as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Masahiro Tanaka struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Yankees, 1 run, 7